Hey there, it's Michael J. And I'm going to start a new series called Super 8 Home Theater. And what this is a selection of Super 8 movies that my brother and I made growing up in Placerville, California. And we used to have a movie theater that we set up in the garage, and we would show our films to the neighborhood and friends and so forth. And so we made all of these narrative films. Some of them are animated, and some of them are live action, and as we grew up we became more sophisticated with it, and they range from me being about in the 6th grade up into college, and you see my brother growing up through these as well. The first one I'm going to show you is called The Hitchhiker, and it's based on an old radio show from a program called Suspense, and this had Orson Welles driving across the country, and he kept seeing the same hitchhiker coming by, and it turns out that the hitchhiker is sort of an image of death. And so we did a 6-minute screenplay of it, and went out with some friends and filmed it. So of course, because it's about a road trip, I had to be old enough to drive, so I'm 16 years old and a junior in high school during this, and this would have been the first opportunity physically I could have made this movie. And I hate the credits at the end. They're ugly to me, so the only thing that I enhanced here is I redid the ending credits, though they say the same information, so it makes it a little nicer at the end. But also the original sound elements for this are still on a cassette tape, and I don't have the equipment to turn them into digital and apply them to the film, so what I decided to do this time is to take clips from the original radio show and splice them in and create the soundtrack for it based on that. It actually turns out to be pretty humorous, and also gave me a chance to practice with the sound editing software. So it's a little bit of an experiment, but it turned out good. It kind of makes me chuckle, so I hope you enjoy it. Here we go.
Suspense.
Six days ago, I left Brooklyn to drive to California. If I tell her, perhaps it'll help me. Keep me from going crazy. I gotta tell this quickly. I'm not crazy now. I feel perfectly well, except that I'm running a slight temperature. My name is Ronald Adams. I'm 36 years of age. I was born in Brooklyn. All this I know. I know that I'm at this moment perfectly sane. That it's not me who's gone mad. It's something else. Something utterly beyond my control. I stepped on the gas like a shot. I was in fine spirits. The drive ahead of me, even the loneliness, seemed like a lark. I reckoned without him. That's lonely country to the Alleghenies, and I had no intention of stopping. I've got to speak quickly. At any minute, the link may break. This may be the last thing I ever tell on Earth. The last night I ever see the stars. Stop at the next gas station.
Yes, sir.
Fill her up.
Certainly, sir. Check your oil, sir?
No, thanks. Yes. It hasn't been raining here recently, has it?
Not a drop of rain all week.
Oh?
Oh, people drive through here all kinds of weather. Mostly business, you know. There aren't many pleasure cars out on the turnpike this season.
What about hitchhikers?
Hitchhikers here?
What's the matter? Don't you ever see any?
Not much. If we did, it'd be a sight for sore eyes.
Why?
Oh, guy'd be a fool who started out to hitch rides on this road.
You've never seen anybody?
No. Maybe they get the lift before the turnpike starts. I mean, just before the toll house. But then it'd be a mighty long ride. Most cars wouldn't want to pick up a guy for that long a ride. You ain't seen anybody like that, have you?
Oh, no. Oh, no, not at all. I was just, a technical question.
That'll be just $1.49 with the tax. Hello, to California?
No, not today. The other way, going to New York. Sorry. Hello?
Mrs. Adams' residence.
Hello, Mother? Well, where's my mother? Where's Mrs. Adams?
Mrs. Adams is not at home. She's still in the hospital.
The hospital?
Yes. It's all taken place since the death of her oldest son, Ronald.
The death of her oldest son,
It's
Ronald?
all been very sudden. He was killed just 6 days ago in an automobile accident on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Your 3 minutes are up, sir.
Hello there. Like a ride?
Well, what do you think? How far are you going?
Where do you want to go?
Amarillo, Texas.
I'll drive you there.
Gee.
Can you hitchhike much?
Sure. Only it's tough sometimes in these great open spaces to get the break.
I should think it would be, though. That man standing beside the barbed wire fence.
I didn't see anybody. It wasn't nothing but a bunch of cows and the wire fence.
You sure?
I didn't see a soul. And personally, mister, I don't expect never to see him.
I knew I'd see him again. Maybe at the next turn of the road.
Hello?
Stopped the car at a sleepy little junction just across the border into Oklahoma to let a train pass by. When he appeared across the tracks, leaning against a telephone pole. Perfectly airless, dry day. Without thinking, blindly, I started the car across the tracks. Stepped on the gas hard, veering the wheel sharply toward him. I could hear the train in the distance now, but I didn't care. And something went wrong with the car. The train was coming closer. I could hear its bell ringing and the cry of its whistle. Still, he stood there. And now I knew that he was beckoning me to my death.
So ends The Hitchhiker,